So as we stand at the head of the mat in Tadasana, mountain pose, draw your toes up and let's awaken those nerve endings, the intelligent nerve endings of the soles of the feet, and spread your toes wide on the mat. Really make a conscious connection with Earth's energy. And let's gather this energy up, taking a low prayer from your navel into your heart. And now let this next move be like a movement prayer. Offer from your heart, reaching out. Inhale, just awakening your Sattvic Pitta in your heart, in your third eye, in every cell, and then exhale, whip the right arm on top, Garudasana. This arm symbolizes the Shiva Shakti, yin and yang, rising as one. And then finding your core, come to Utkatasana. Look way into the vision, eagle self, very sharp vision. Now inhale, focus your eyes. And as you exhale, exhale with a ha, releasing your neck. This is kind of an abandoned move. Inhale, this is pure control of that steadfast eagle. As you exhale, let it go. Inhale, focus, intensity. Exhale, diffuse it. Back to a chair. This time, make a softer pouring of your energy down. Take a moment to just press your palms and forearms a little bit more firmly together to elicit this deeper opening of your upper back. Release your hands for Ardha Uttanasana, gazing forward. Let's take a bold step back with your right leg to a low lunge. Inhaling. This time, ease your back knee down and rise to Anjaneya. We'll take a variation of the Anjaneya, grabbing hold of the right elbow in your left hand to emphasize the whole right side. Feel the core lift, and now from there, go deeper. It's a mega hip opener, side opener, shoulder opener. Breathe into the edge. Great, and as you exhale, take your hands between your front heel and back knee. Let's keep the front leg as is, the heel on the ground, and flip the right heel down for Skandasana. It's a one-sided Malasana, and if you feel comfortable, if you feel ready to, you can bring your hands to Anjali Mudra. Switch sides. Use your right elbow to nudge the inner knee back and find your Skandasana. And let's take a parallel feet in Prasarita. Turn your toes forward, walk your fingertips way forward. Most of the weight, 99.99% of the weight, is on your feet. Feel free to bend your knees if you need, and take another deep breath into the back of the heart. Exhale with a imagine cool waterfall flowing down from the sitting bones out through the crown of the head and fingertips. And now, like the winding rivers, let your whole torso just undulate from right to left, letting your arms paint random designs on the earth. Good, and let's take a nice easy roll up. Engage your core. And once again, gathering your low prayer, raising it up. Let's turn this into Warrior Two, facing the head of the mat. So take your right heel at about a 60-degree angle. Turn your front toes to the front of the mat. Warrior Two. Again, focus your eyes. Feel that stability and inspiration and courage of the warrior. Inhale, reverse, opening the side gills. Exhale, Parsva Konasana. Feel that front leg turn out. Inhale, reverse. Joyfully, it's a dancing warrior. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Sync with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, strike the diagonal line. Now let's go a little deeper. See if you can slide your front hand down to a block at the right height for you, or set the fingertips on the floor, pressing your left arm against the inner knee, getting a deeper stretch. Try circling the top arm. Inhale. Just getting the Ujjayi breath to flow. Breathe in. Exhale across. Now inhale, slice across. Take the option of a top arm bind, or go for the deeper bind. You might need to break your alignment in order to find your clasp, and then re-wrap your front sitting bone under, and then lift like crazy. Try to lift out of that front thigh. Root through the right foot, lifting out of that thigh. As you exhale, let's release out of this intense pose, turning to face the front in a low lunge. Back heel lifts. Plant your hands down. Let's go to a three-legged plank. Inhale, Chaturanga. Option to go to the floor if you like. Cobra, or upward dog. Lift from the core, back to down dog. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. Ujjayi breath. Exhale, feel like you can tear the mat apart between your 2 hands and 2 feet, getting both broader and longer. Breathe in. Make a connection with every cell from your third eye center. As you inhale, raise your right leg high. Let's take 1 figure 8. As you exhale, sweep across and inhale. Open to a C curve, back to one-legged down dog. Pike your knee forward, exhaling. See if you can land your foot right between your 2 hands. Help it forward if you need. Make sure the knee's over your heel here, and then take your fingertips wider than your mat. You can elevate them on 2 blocks or just on the floor. Flex your entire front sole of the foot, curling all 5 toes back, and then open your knee so your weight is on the little toes edge. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, take your gaze towards your bent knee and bring that cheek close to the earth. Drop your head and roll up. No tension in the neck. Exhale, look away from your bent knee. Listen to your inner edge. Lift from the core, rolling it up. 1 more each side. Exhale, wave. Back leg is strong throughout. Inhale, core lift. Exhale, look away. Inhale, lift from the core. Let's set the sole of the foot flat on the earth again. Come back to narrower hands. Let's take your thumb into the front hip crease and cut this back. Squeeze in with your thighs so it squares your hips. And then imagine a glass of water perched on the sacrum. So without dropping that imaginary glass of water, revolve from above your pelvis. Inhale, extend your arm in a twist. Take your arm over the ear in the diagonal length, defining the axis. So we can peel this back. Breathe some light into the side body organs. Exhale, touch the front end of your mat and spring it forward. Uttanasana. Take a moment to shake it out. Maybe up and down, yes, 2. Roll it up easy. Again, draw the energy from the earth in low prayer and back to your heart. Movement prayer. Oh, universe, reveal to me my swadharma, my unique purpose, my unique genius to serve the world. And intertwine your left arm on top, Garudasana. You can feel the rising from the soles of the feet and find your Utkatasana perch. Breathe in, intense focus with your eyes. Exhale, release the intensity. Inhale, refocus and find your control in the core. Exhale. Back to Utkatasana. Spread your heart. Last time. Exhale, pour it down. Inhale, 1 more. From here, we take a very soft, pouring, draping, like a devotional outpour. Release your neck. Press your palms together, your forearms together, and feel the back of the heart opening. Feel this bhakti energy, the devotion energy you're pouring into Mother Earth. Unwrap your arms, Ardha Uttanasana. Let's take a bold step back with your left leg. Ease your back knee onto the earth. Inhale, Anjaneya. We're going to grab your left elbow, the top arm of the Gomukh Asana. Right? Scoop the tail under, find your core, stabilize balance as you go deeper and deeper. Now turn this into Skandasana. Hands come between your front heel and back knee. Front leg doesn't change. The back leg flips on the heel. And this side, see if you can find a bind if it's not too much for your knee. And again, if you have any knee injuries, feel free to skip it. It's just a variation. You can clasp your fingers like this or find holding on to your wrists, maybe a little mudra. You can make this asana your own. Switch sides, stay low, stay grounded. Heel stays on the ground for stability. And see if you can bind. Finger interlacing, handshake, or grabbing the wrist. Breathe into this gentle squeeze of the side organs. Now we're going to keep the toes turned out on this side and come to goddess pose. Hands can find your inner thighs and sweep it out to the inner knees. And take a good sumo wrestler squat here. And you're gonna take one hand, doesn't matter which, push the thigh back and swivel that shoulder forward. This is a polarity stretch. Wonderful for creating the yin-yang balance, addressing both the hips and again that shoulder blade area where responsibility-related stress resides. Reverse it. Breathe. Good, and let's gather your hands in low prayer. Take it up and turn this into warrior two, spinning your back heel towards the back end of the mat. Focus your eyes. Reverse that warrior. Opening the sides, sitting a little deeper. Exhale, Parsvakonasana variation. Keep it flowing a couple more times. Inhale. Exhale. Ujjayi breath accompanies everything you do. Exhale, Parsvakonasana. Keep the lift in your core as you slide your front hand down the front side of your shin, fingertips on blocks or the earth. Circle the top arm one. Exhale, slice across. Breathe in. This is to get you to breathe in tandem with your movements. Right? Inhale. Exhale, one arm bind if you did so on the other side, or double bind. Again, you'll need to break your alignment temporarily, but then re-wrap, re-lift, realign your head and neck. Breathe into this diagonal line. That's the essence of the pose. Let's release and turn this into a low lunge. Unplug your back heel. Brush it up to a three-legged plank. Chaturanga halfway or all the way down. Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On this side, let's take a little undulation just to release any kinks in your back. So rise to half toe, round like a cat, chin to chest, chin to chest. Bring your weight forward over your hands, and as you unfurl, bend your knees. Back to a bent knee version of downward dog. Slowly extend your legs against open heart. Let's try that one more time, a little bit more rhythmically. Inhale, roll it forward. Exhale. Drawing back like the ebbing tides. Last time, unfurl. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. From here, let's take your left leg high, Ekapada. Bend that knee, wrap it around. Let's take one figure eight. Bring it back. Square your torso here. Back your knee forward and land your foot between your two hands. Help it forward if you landed short. Take your hands outside your mat on blocks or on the floor and flex the entire sole of the foot so your weight is on the heel. Little toes blade bearing your weight. Inhale, reach your heart forward towards the horizon. Excellent, let's look towards the bent knee. Listening to your inner edge, not going further than that. Roll it up. Exhale, look away from your bent knee. Let's make sure your front foot stays actively flexed. Right, this protects your knee. Exhale, wave your spine. Listen to the song of the earth. Roll it up. Other side. Exhale. Inhale. Return the sole of the foot center. If you've got too wide, you can shorten your stance a bit. And let's take that twist. Take your front thumb against the hip crease. Lengthen. Hug in with your thighs. Revolve without dropping that imaginary glass of water. So you twist from above your sacrum and open your arm to the sky. Take a side bend, take a back bend, breathe. Exhale, touch the front end of your mat and spring your back foot to the front. Bend your knees, embrace the calf Achilles and fold. Maybe shake your head up, no, no. Up and down, yes, yes. Take an easy roll up. And gather your hands from low prayer to your heart. This time, stretch your arms overhead. Gently zip those floating ribs, find your core, and let's grab hold of the right elbow again. This time, going for the full Gomukha Asana. Now, if you need a strap or a towel, you can use that, or you can use the fabric of your shirt. This might be your tighter side. And lift your chin so your head is a prop that is gently helping you to open this shoulder. Let's take a lean back, inhale, and then hover forward. Feel free to bend your knees. Try to keep the bind or deepen the bind as you drape, letting gravity help your bottom hand closer into your top hand. Inhale, reach out through the elbow and rise. Now take a bold step back with your right leg. We're going to keep the bind, slight bend of the front knee, so it's like a very shallow warrior one. Press into the back edge of the back heel, and as you exhale, reach forward with that right elbow. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. It's very challenging upper body, lower body combination. And then float your right hand on the block or on the floor for a rotated triangle pose. You can sneak this hand that's on your back towards your right hip. Use this hand to self-correct, lifting this hip crest up, grounding the back heel. Let's keep the front knee bent so you can revolve, lengthen, inhale into length, exhale into rotation. And when you feel you're really opening your heart as much as you can for today, liberate the top arm. Slowly go for straighter legs. Squeeze your thighs together. Cut that hip back, drawing up through your legs. Now try that horizontal line now. Reach, wrap your triceps in. Lengthen, lengthen, revolve, revolve. Breathe, breathe. Exhale. Parsvottanasana drape or pyramid pose. Walk your fingertips forward and relax your neck. Your whole spine is like a waterfall. Optionally, you can try the variation with the palms forward and walk your hands towards the back end of the mat, further opening the space between your shoulder blade. Keep cutting the front hip back. Right, and now let's move on to the next pose. Lift the back heel and wiggle it back for one more time, the low lunge and Anjaneya. Inhale, both arms up. So this is the third time we've done Anjaneya. So you want to feel the stability. Take a twist in Anjaneya with no hands, and then take it to the deep twist. Take your right armpit across the left shin and find that leverage. Finagle your belly flesh to the other side of your thigh. Let's find your Anjali Mudra. Breathe into your central axis. If you feel stable enough, you can tuck your toes. Just listen for an okay sign from your body. If you get that okay sign, you can extend the back leg. 3 breaths at least. Inhale to length, exhale to rotate. Now if you tend to get dizzy, just keep your gaze straight ahead, or you can even look down to just keep yourself grounded. Use the core control center to return out of the twist and ease your back knee onto the mat. Ardha Hanuman, bend the back knee, extend the front leg, flex those toes. Let's take those drapey movements again. As you exhale, lead with your heart. Drop or drip your head and roll it up vertebra by vertebra. Couple more times. Exhale. Keep those 5 toes flexed as you wave your spine over your front leg. Inhale, roll it up. Squeeze in with your thighs. Last time. Exhale. If you're ready to take it to full Hanuman, wiggle it forward, walk your hands in, tuck your toes, walk the knee back. Again, wiggle the heel forward, walk the knee back, and then adjust the position of your hands so they're underneath your sitting bones or almost behind you. Hanumanasana is a back bend, a very strong one. Squeeze in with your thighs, even here, untuck your toes. And if you're feeling ready for it, those of you who are really open, you can take your hands through prayer, maybe overhead. Wherever you are, align with your breath. Wherever you are, merge with your breath. Right, now, if you're in Hanuman, it's a little challenging not to take the mat with you, but and see if you can brush through down dog. See, I took the mat with me, but let's raise it up to one-legged downward dog. Glide forward to a 3-legged plank. We're going to adjust our hands for side plank. Turn the little toe edge of the foot on the floor. Place your foot in front of you for modified side plank and open your top arm to the sky. Again, find your diagonal length, highlighting the side body. Take a nice deep breath here. As you exhale, slice across, opening the outer hips. Inhale. back to the original length. Lift out of that shoulder and wrist. Exhale. A wonderful IT band stretch. Inhale. I stay here and take it into a downward dog or plank for vinyasa, or some of you can step this foot behind you and feel that surge into the wild thing. Chamakarasana, diffusing heat from the front of the body. Let's all meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, roll it forward. Halfway down or all the way down. Cobra or upward dog. And take an easy child pose. Swing your hands to your heels. Take an easy rolling up, vertebra by vertebra. And as you inhale, we're going to take a mudra. So we're going to keep the middle finger out and fold the index and ring fingers. This is called Pitta Vata Nashak Mudra, and we rest your hands on your thighs. This is a mudra to pacify both Pitta and Vata. Smooth the breath as you breathe in. And use this asana to recover, to gain your awareness of awareness. Find that meditative focus. And let's place your hands on the mat. Downward facing dog. Now take an easy Zen walk to the front end of your mat. And at the head of the mat, let's do Padahastasana. Take one hand and slide it underneath the same sole of the foot, toes coming to the crease of the wrists. And the same on the other side. We feel the mashing of the nerve endings of the soles and the palms together. And on the inhale, keep your knees bent and gaze forward until the arms are absolutely taut and straight, except for at the wrists. On the exhale, go for straighter legs and widen your elbows to a diamond shape. Now 5 deep breaths here. Imagine you're drawing that vitality from the earth through the soles of the feet up into your pubic bone, and exhale, pouring it out through the crown of the head. Breathe in. Collarbones are lifted off the ears. Exhale, elbows wide. Ujjayi breath. This asana has deep reflexology therapeutic benefits. So let's keep this connection for a moment longer as we rebend the knees and gaze forward. Another reversed wrist stretch here. And take one hand to your hip, the other hand to your hip. Lift from the core, rise. Great. Let's gather your low prayer. Draw it up to the midline. And now bend your left elbow for the top arm of Gomukha Asana and take the other hand from underneath. Find your bind, whether using a strap, your shirt, your ponytail, and see if you can upright your face so your chin is parallel to the ground. See if you can take a mini back bend, deepening this top arm shoulder stretch a bit more. Exhale, lift and hover over your legs. Feel free to bend your knees. Exhale, drape. Let gravity deepen the bind. So we're going to come back up with the same bind, rising. And now take a big bold step back with your left leg. Back foot is 45. It's a heel to heel alignment. Try to square your hips. Exhale, bend your front knee. And see if you can hover with Gomukha Asana over your slightly bent knee. Try to bring your spine parallel to the ground. Breathe. I know it's challenging. All right, exhale, float your left hand onto the block or onto the floor and take your right hand over to the left hip crest. Again, let's imagine that glass of water that's sitting on your sacrum, and without disturbing that, revolve from your left lower waist, opening your heart. When you feel rotated as much as you can for today, open the right arm to the sky. Shoulder blades away from the ears. Sweep the top arm over. Breathe into the side body, lengthen, twist, lengthen, twist. Exhale from the culmination, drape it forward. You can keep your arms long in pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana, or walk the hands back, palms facing forward for a bit more intense stretch for the hamstrings. You're gonna square your hips. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, unplug your back heel and wiggle this back to Anjaneyasana. Inhale, rise. Take a twist with no arms. So feel the internal organs align with this twist. And then let's add the arms. Inhale, length. Exhale. Take your armpit across the outer knee or shin. Hands to prayer. So if your hand is somewhere by the top shoulder, you want to press it down until the thumbs align with your breastbone. Now find your drishti, your gaze. So if you're Vata Prakriti, you can keep your gaze down. If you are Pitta Prakriti, it's good to just keep your gaze straight ahead. And if you feel ready to take it up, then take your gaze. This is a little bit more challenging for balance. So listen to what you're ready for and see if you can extend your back leg if you get an okay from your body. 3 breaths minimum here. Inhale, length. Exhale, rotate. Ujjayi breath deep. Want to feel your belly undulate against your thigh. Inhale, length. Exhale, rotation. Lengthen the nape of the neck as well. Exhale. Now let's use your core, lift and float, unwinding out of the twist. Ease your back knee onto the mat. Untuck your toes. Let's take it to Ardha Hanuman. Flexing all 5 toes. Walk it in for undulations. Inhale. Exhale, drape. Relax your neck. Roll it up vertebra by vertebra. Exhale. Reach your heart way forward beyond the front end of the mat. Drip your head down and roll it up. Exhale. Feel free to walk your hands forward and maintain this asana for the entire duration if you chose to do so on the other side. If you went for the full Hanuman, let's find your blocks or your 2 hands on the mat and wiggle the front heel forward. Tuck your back foot under, lift the knee and walk it back. Adjust your hands position. Walking back, heel forward, wiggle, wiggle, walk the knee back, and take your hands on blocks and move them at least underneath your shoulders and sitting bones. Squeeze in with your thighs, even here, untuck your toes. And if you're feeling ready for it, those of you who are really open, you can take your hands through prayer, maybe overhead. Wherever you are, merge with your breath. Now if you're in full Hanumanasana, the challenge is to not drag that mat with you, but let's plant your palm down and take that front leg. Bypass down dog to 1-legged down dog, and now glide to a 3-legged plank. Fix this mat, and we're going to adjust our hands for side plank. Turn the little toe edge of the foot on the floor. Place your foot in front of you for modified side plank, and open your top arm to the sky. Again, find your diagonal length. As you exhale, slice across. Open the IT band. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lift the core. The hips are not touching the ground, not quite. Inhale. Just a little tease for the IT band. Exhale, lift and descend. Inhale. So from here, you can go to Vinyasa, plank or downward dog, or step it behind you. Lift from the core and take it to a wild thing. We'll meet you in downward dog. Unfurl the spine to plank. Again, your vinyasa of your choice, halfway or all the way, cobra or upward dog. And let's take a nice, easy child pose.